What is up, ladies and gentlemen? SaintsKnight 283 here, welcoming you guys back to the channel with another movie review. And today's film that we are going to take a look for you today is the latest expansion in the Universal Dark Universe, I believe that's what it's called, The Mummy with Tom Cruise. Now, just to be clear, like the last review, there will be absolutely no spoilers whatsoever, so that we don't spoil the movie for you guys if you're interested in actually seeing this. This is just my opinion, and Mr. One Shot, so you can't be with us. We did try and record it beforehand, but as you will see in the bloopers at the end, it didn't really go too well. So I'm just here right now in the AllSaints HQ, actually just gonna do this review from here. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to see more of these reviews in the future, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive straight in. And I went into this film with lower expectations because every single review that I saw said it was crap. The trailers didn't look that good and all that sort of stuff. So I went into this film with really low expectations. And I walked into the theatre with Mr. One Shot. We went and saw it. We spent about like an hour, more than actually up to about 2 hours, I think, watching the movie. And I left the theatre with being annoyed and developing a massive headache. Why? I did not like this movie. I really did not like this movie. I mean, okay, basically, to sum it up, if you don't want to get in an angry rant, then skip towards the end for the final verdict. But for the full angry rant purposes, the plot was bare basic, actually questionable at times. The effects were not as good as it should have been. The main cast, are dull as dishwater. I mean, even Tom Cruise's star power alone couldn't save this. That's why the only interesting character I thought personally was Russell Crowe's character, which I won't go a little bit too much into, but if you look up his name on the thing on Wikipedia on who he plays, then you'll probably see it coming a mile away. The most interesting character, and yet they don't really implement him. And the last third, the fucking last third of this movie, I mean, I swear to God. I was in the theatre with Mr. One Shot when we saw this, and I was questioning every single part of it. I was questioning every single part of this. I mean, again, I really can't go into spoilers. If you want it, I wouldn't go see this movie. If you want my short, honest, unbiased opinion, I would keep my money for either a new game that's coming out, maybe, I don't know, keep it for Dirt 4 or something, or keep it for July when there's good films like, well, when there's films like Planet of the Apes and the new Spider-Man coming in. But for now, if you want to go see The Mummy, or hell, even Despicable Me 3 might be better than this. So that means you could bring the children along. Well worth your money, and it would keep them entertained. But do not, I repeat, do not go and watch this movie. Mr. One Shot, on the other hand, he disagrees. He loves this movie. He thought it was fantastic. He loved the plot. He loved the characters. I think he even liked the villain as well. His only problem was that it took too long to actually get anywhere, I believe it was. And the plot for him just fell apart. I mean, honestly, the plot was stupid from the get-go. That's why I thought the plot was stupid from the get-go. I mean, the soundtrack as well, I mean, there were some good songs in there, well, original scores in there, but apart from that, what else is there that I can remember? That's how boring this movie was. Boring was the fact that it was boring was the worst offense ever, because it's a monster movie about a fucking mummy, which, by the way, don't call it a mummy. It's a zombie. Universal, do not call your mummy a mummy, because it is not a mummy, it is a zombie. Anyway, back on point. You have a mummy slash zombie in your movie as the main antagonist. And yet you manage to make it more boring than Godzilla. Matthew Broderick Godzilla. That's how bad. That is how bad I think of this movie. And you know what? I think it's time for my final verdict now. I don't know what Aaron gave it. I think he'd give it like a 6 or 7 out of 10. As for me, you see, here's the thing. I can't really think of anything that could save this movie. That's how bad it is. I can't think of anything that might save this movie. So my final verdict, I have to give it a 3 out of 10. It is a bad movie. Keep your money, save it for something else. Save it for July, or save it for whenever Justice League comes out, Star Wars comes out, or even Planet of the Apes, Spider-Man. Hell, even Baby Driver looks promising. So there we go. That's my opinion on. That's our opinion on The Mummy. I hope you guys. What did you think of The Mummy? Okay, so without further ado, let's just. For fuck's sake! Really?